G'day guys, welcome back to another video with Eno here from Fantasy Take TV. And before we get to SuperCoach, Declan Rice has signed with the Arsenal. I don't know, I'll have to talk about SuperCoach in a second, but I thought I'd talk about something that made me happy on the weekend, and it was this man. I mean, it already was decided, really. I mean, to be fair, for months we knew he was coming to the Arse, and I thought Nashi had a nice tweet here. Ooh, it's already started.
Rice, baby. Rice, baby. All right, stop. Collaborate and listen.
Decker's funny man. He'll be a great man at the Arsenal. Looking forward to the season starting in about a month, but of course the footy's still going. SuperCoach for me though is basically over. And I knew this about 2 months ago. I'll be quite honest, and I think I said this on one of my videos. Team wasn't really rolling too well. I got inside the top 1K just. Then, for whatever reason, I decided to hold James Sicily for 3 weeks just to get him back and score a big 58 for me, all the while being tagged by Eddie Ford and Jack Zeeble once he got subbed on. So if there's any way to kick me in the dick bigger than that, I actually don't think there is anything that could kick me in the dick bigger than Jack Zeeble tagging a premium that I've held for 3 weeks. Like I don't think it's possible for me to hate that guy anymore. Seeing him get dropped and be subbed for a couple of games and now play forward made me laugh, but it also hurt me. So down to 0 trades. I scored 2,308, which was absolutely pretty horrific for this round. Went me down 200 ranks again, sitting at 1.8k. So I think I'll be, if I have to give myself a percentage chance, maybe 20-30% chance of maybe getting back inside the top 1K by the end of the season. I don't own Tim English, as you know, or if you don't know, well, now you know. Look at that horrible ruck line with Gawn going. I mean, not many people own Max, but Gawn went 200, and then English obviously 170 on Friday, or was it Thursday? Whatever. And kicked it off, very greatly at the start of the round. Me knowing that I was going down in ranks that early was actually quite good. I was able to just tune out to this game for the rest of the week. What did I actually do captaincy-wise? I'll just reset all this. But my trades were, obviously we found out about DC, went off, training or whatever, and had a bit of a bad back. So, yeah, he's been a bit of a... I mean, I got him for, I think it was a couple of tons before his buy. So I've had him for quite a while. Not a while, but longer than maybe most. So I think I had him, 12, 13. So he went okay, turned up after his buy. Last 2 weeks, not too great. And then, obviously, the injury. And, look, he might be back, but it's a back injury. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to use my last 2 trades here. If I was just trading DC only, which I thought I was, Thursday, before we found out about Tom Green, I really only had about 480k to spend, and I was probably going to join George in getting Hobbs in, but then we found out about Tom Green on Friday, and I was like, well, I've already got Windy covering for Dunkley. We have Sarong suspended, so, just another insult to injury. So I sort of was relying on Marriage, and then he didn't get named, and then obviously we know he was a late in again. So I didn't know if I was cupping a donut or not. I think I was just accepting that I was, and I was like, I'll just use my 2 trades. Get rid of Tom Green as well. I mean, he's a 3-week hammy, so that was just my thinking there. To be honest, probably should have just held him at this point, the trades, and because I'm in a cash league with a few mates, try and win that, because the trades might come in handy. For finals or whatever. I'm going to make the finals already. So, it's 2 trades done. Tom Green and DC to Jack Steele, believe it or not. I mean, he's 470k. It was him or LDU. LDU might, be better from here on, but I think they both went all right on the weekend. LDU maybe scored 20 points more. And Shea Bolton. So, as again, bit of a fun pick for the rest of the year. He's actually had quite a good season. Averaging just a tick under 100, but there's been some games early where he wasn't getting as much mid-time, and then probably from about round 6 or so onwards, he's been getting at least a decent chunk of mid-time, and as we can see, he's had 3 150s this year already, so hopefully there's 1 or 2 more of them to come, and to be honest, hopefully in finals time, I'm looking at this round 23 North fixture. I think that's grand final week, so if I was to make it, maybe he can get me across the line, hopefully, although, yeah, hopefully they don't tag again, but hopefully it won't be Shea. And then, so VC Nick took that. Obviously 40 unders on English. Sicily, as we know, spoken about. Not going to go too in depth here. This is my team. This is the end of the year and what it looks like. Sarong back. Hopefully Dunkley back as well. So we've got sort of Chincotta covering the defence, Windhager covering the two lines here, and maybe Matty Roberts gets back in and he can cover for the rest of the year as well. I think of VC Bont, and then whatever. Maybe see on Timmy T against Hawthorn. Maybe something like that. Maybe Laird. Whatever at this point. Sinclair down game. Neil wasn't too great either. Sammy Walsh, midfield time went down a bit. And that's about it. Butters hasn't been that good of a trade in either. He's down to 550k. We've got him for, I think, a total of 1 ton. I know we got him out here. So, 1 ton, a couple of 80s, and he might be injured this week. So, look, SuperCoach well and truly in the back of my mind, I will say at this point in time. We'll obviously still do the podcast. I'll be back on that tomorrow night. But, I think JD's going well. Hopefully he can get as high as possible. If we quickly check, maybe we'll check just our regs league quickly. We've got a few doing quite well. Unfortunately, Locks dropped off a little bit of late. Seb did as well. They were Lock was as high as first, obviously, a few weeks ago. Seb, I think, was 50, 40, something like that. JD's, 150th. So, we've got a lot inside the top 1K. Me and George just on the outside there, having pretty just bang average years. And then a few down there. So, as I said, hopefully a few of them can finish off strong. That's my team done and dusted. 0 trades. It is just pray to the rest of the year and hope that I don't get any more season-ending injuries. Otherwise, Windhager will be on my field for the rest of the year, which, to be honest, now that Sheldrick's injured and out for the season, been a bit lucky there, and he scored me a 90 this week, so he did all right, and he gets North this week, which is not too bad. So maybe we try and loop him with one of my faults, maybe in the forward line or something. But that is it. That's me done. We'll call it season over. I might title the video that if you haven't already seen that already. But there's not too much left to talk about, and hopefully Sicily can actually turn around and not just score me 60s every week, and actually get back to his big 130 plus best that he was just going for a while. Does get some nice matchups. I think we're a good matchup. Saints are a good matchup. Obviously, last time scoring 170. So hopefully there's some big games coming, because I held him all this time and I didn't want him. Didn't hold him for a 60. So. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be doing more FPL videos, so if you want to see more of them, do get involved in the Discord. Otherwise, I still will do weekly wrap-ups here, but there won't be too much to talk about, so podcasts will be all I'll, be enjoying from here. Maybe just talking more footy. We sort of switched to more footy for the second half. Obviously talk some SuperCoach, but maybe switch more towards the footy and the finals and all that. We'll keep doing some podcasts, because we do like talking about the footy. But this year honestly looks like much of a wrap-up at this point with, obviously as a Richmond fan, I was hoping there'd be some challenges to Collingwood, but I just really don't have any faith in them. Port don't... Look, they were my biggest maybe chance to beat them, but I mean, they had a few changes on the weekend and they obviously got done by Carlton, but they were on a big winning streak. They don't last forever. Maybe they're due a down week and a loss. It might reset them, but even then, I don't trust them. Brisbane-Melbourne was a bit of a weird game. Like, both sort of didn't want to take the opportunity and run on with it. Brizzy obviously... Melbourne got the lead early. Brizzy took it back and then it looked like they were going to run away and then obviously choked it at the end. So that probably makes me have less belief even more in those two teams, because if you were good enough, you'd sort of, wrestle momentum and hold it. But footy's a funny game. Finals, you never know what can happen. But yeah, Collingwood are well and truly in the box seat, as we all know, and it does pay me. So we'll still watch the finals with great detail. Maybe the Tigers can sneak in, but I don't expect us to do any damage anyway, even if we did. So that's that. That's SuperCoach. I'll see you on the next week's video on the podcast, as I said. But until then, cheers. Got the mojo deals, we been tripping like 80. Pulling out the coupe at the lot.